Hi, this is Alex Mahoney with Coda Financial Coaching. One of the biggest challenges I've had personally in creating my budget is dealing with budget items that aren't either month to month expenses, such as your rent, your utilities, and then discretionary expenses, such as going out to restaurants, movies, concerts, or whatever, but also aren't big long-term expenses such as saving for a down payment for a home or retirement or something like that. We have expenses that fall somewhere in the middle. And a classic example would be vacation. We all work hard. We want to be able to go on vacation, get away from the city we live in, but as far as being able to budget for that in the month that we actually take the vacation may not be feasible because it may take up, if not all, and more, a hugely inordinate amount of our income. So it's really not feasible to, in the month, for example, that we fly to Europe and enjoy a nice time on I don't know, the French Riviera or something, that trip of a lifetime. It really isn't feasible to budget for that trip in the month that we actually take it. So, how do we handle what I'll call these medium term, mediums type size expenses? If we're measuring medium, meaning large being like the big retirement, education, stuff like that, and normal, smaller being stuff we know we have to pay each month, like rent and, going out to restaurants, whatever else that we do to function in day to day life, and get by. So, how do we handle these medium term expenses? So, generally, my heuristic in terms of whether or not we budget for these items in advance versus whether or not we budget for them in the month that we incur, and we just have to adjust our other discretionary spending, such as going out to restaurants, is whether or not that expense is going to exceed all of your typical discretionary expenses. So that would be stuff like, yes, going out to restaurants, concert tickets, that gym membership, whatever you don't need to function in society. So, would it include stuff like obviously rent, utilities, groceries, your cell. Unfortunately, you need a cell to function in modern society, at least here in the US, right? And probably most other places as well. Stuff like that, like a car to get to work, stuff like that. So anything that doesn't fall in that must have to live and function in modern society is going to be discretionary. So if you have a medium term expense that exceeds that, you should be budgeting for it each month and saving for that each month. And such expenses are really good candidates for this goals feature that we have in Monarch Money, which I'm not sponsored by Monarch Money, but it does continue to be my personal finance application of choice here. So, what we want to do is create a goal for that medium term expense. So, for example, I'm going on a road trip with a really good friend in May. It's February 2026 now, so it's a few months away. So I do want to set aside some cash for that road trip. And I think when all is said and done with hotels, eating out at restaurants, any other discretionary activities that we do, this annual road trip that we do, it's going to run me about $2,000. So what I'm going to do, you can see I have two goals right now that are linked to my high yield savings account. And I want to link one more goal in there. I want to link that vacation. So I'm going to go to this goals section over here in Monarch Money, and I'm going to add a goal. And you can see actually one of the categories that we have is vacation. So super nice. You don't have to, do too much work to create that yourself. So I'm going to scroll down. I selected that and I'm going to hit next right here. So it's going to be goal number 3. It allows me to prioritize. Of course, hopefully vacation is behind your emergency fund. And in my case, for my condo, I want to set aside money for any house repairs too, beyond just, normal living expenses that I would have in my emergency fund if I were to lose my job or something like that. So here I'm going to say, okay, I want to allocate $2,000 to my vacation here. So great. I've gone ahead and done that. It's giving me options how much I want to allocate. So for now, I'm going to say that, hey, I've got to allocate. It's only a few months away. I haven't saved anything. So I'm just doing the math roughly here. So I'm going to set aside $700. Well, actually, it's if I include this month of February, I'm going to set aside. So that gives me February, March, April. That gives me, yes, yep, yeah, it gives me 3 months to, yeah, go figure. The financial coach can't do math here. That gives me 3 months before my road trip in May to set aside that money. So I actually am going to put in there $700 right there. So make sure I budget that. And it's doing its thing right there. So, okay. So now when I go to my budget here, and I scroll all the way down to goals, you'll notice that part of my budget is my goal. So this means what I'm doing here is I'm actually transferring $700 into my high yield savings account in the meantime. So I'm earmarking that money out of my income each month for that, even though I haven't actually spent a dollar on the vacation yet. So really important that, at the end of each month, whether in these goals, whether we have it in our emergency fund, house repairs, vacation, that we transfer all this money to that high yield savings account. So we have it there and it's already been accounted for in our monthly budget, even though we're not spending on those things right now. So that brings us to the next question, which is a little bit tricky here. So when we actually have expenses, how do we handle this? How do we actually take it out or account for it in our savings account here? So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So unless you're actually paying for vacations and flights out of your savings account, which certainly is an option, but I don't like doing that because that means that I have to pay cash for a flight. And honestly, I want to get the credit card points on that, right? I know I pay my balance every month. My credit card balance every month. I want to get those points. So I want to pay with my credit card. The only issue is Monarch Money doesn't let you pull out of the what you've saved for that account unless you're actually paying from that high yield savings account. So here's what you need to do in the month, like let's say it's March, or in the month that you actually incur the expense. So let's say it's March and it's about time that I want to book that flight. We're flying to Portland. That's where we're starting our road trip in May. So I want to book that flight. So now I have a $500 round trip flight to Portland, and I've got to pay for that right now. So what's going to happen is that's going to show up. Well, first of all, I have to create another category for vacation here. So this is actually a good review for how to create a budget category within Monarch Money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my settings here and I'm going to go down to categories. Excuse me. And I'm going to add vacation should be one of the categories that's offered here. So let's just scroll down, travel and lifestyle vacation. So when I click on that, I see here that it's defaulting to non-monthly right here, right? So I'm going to pick that, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and save this here. All right. And I'm going to go back to my budget. And now when I go to our non-monthly, now I should see travel and vacation, right? So let's say, so I've paid for my flight. So what I want to do here actually is when the expense comes through, it's going to come through this section because I'm paying for my credit card, not out of my high yield savings account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to budget $500 $500 for here, right? And then in my vacation budget, I'm actually only going to budget $200 right here, right? Because I'm already paying for 500 of my vacation here. So this is the balance that I'm actually transferring to my bank account for the rest of my vacation expenses, the rest of my estimated 2000 right here, right? So you basically net it out in your goals, what you're going to spend. So that's all great. Now, let's just take this a step further. Now, let's say it's May and I am now purchasing hotels where, just staying at random hotels along the way for our vacation, right? So it's May. I've already saved up everything, right? So now I'm actually reaping the benefits of what I've saved for on my vacation. So, how do we handle that? So, actually, now we're reducing the balance that is allocated to our savings account. So what I want to do here is actually, so let's say those expenses come in through travel and vacation, and it's $1,000 in hotels, right, over the course of this week and a half vacation. So what I want to do, obviously, that's busting my budget at this point, but that's actually money that I have in reserve in my goals right here. So what you can actually do is I'm going to net this out right here because basically I'm saying I'm subtracting that from the savings account that I have these monies set aside in, right? So I'm netting that out. What this means, because I've netted that out right there, and there's no net impact to my budget because of that, my overall budget, that means now I'm actually transferring money from that high yield savings account that I previously saved in, and I'm transferring $1,000 to my checking account to cover those expenses. So it's just a really nice little trick that we can do to say that we're balancing our budget against previous savings, but also accounting for the fact that we are pulling that cash out of that savings account and pulling it into our normal checking account for that medium-sized, medium-term expense that we're finally incurring. So I know that's a little bit complicated, guys, but it does let you balance your budget. It does actually let you budget for things in advance of the expenditure that would otherwise bust your budget. So anyways, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, maybe you have a better way of doing it within Monarch Money, please leave comments below. I'd love to hear from you.